Thank you, Vijay. Marcella, anything?
Hello, Swamiji. Thank you so much for all the really amazing and wonderful talk. I have I don't know if it's a question or so in the moment of this blessed day in the realization, it's as if the two are separate, right? The name and form.
Name and form will disappear because it was never there actually.
Right. So the only remaining is that thought.
Yes, yes. Name and form will again come later when we come down to the normal level, but then they will not fool us. So Swami Vivekananda says, give the wonderful example, very simple example, that you are chasing a mirage. So till you think there is water in the mirage, you keep on chasing. But once you know there is no water, then even after that, if the mirage comes before you, there is no problem. You will not be fooled by that.
Not be fooled. And is it in the Purusha Prakriti, or like Patanjali style, that separation of the two, one dropping and Purusha remaining?
Yeah, they say that Prakriti is also real. That is the difference between Vedanta. They say Prakriti is real, the Purusha just is disassociated from that.
Right.
That is the thing. So Prakriti will remain as it is because it is real. Yeah, the two realities are there according to Sankhya.
I see. Like the superimposition is real.
Yeah, Vijay was telling something?
Sorry, Marcel, I didn't want me to interrupt. Go on.
No, I just want to say the superimposition maybe is real. That's what Patanjali said.
It's not superimposition. Prakriti is real. Prakriti, yeah. But the problem, Sankhya is telling, you are mixing yourself up with this Prakriti. So, in other words, Vedanta is also telling the same thing. What? You are mixing yourself up with this name and form.
Right. And Advaita goes one step further, saying that
There is only one reality. Yeah.
That's the Tattva. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Maharaj, you mentioned about renunciation many times. So, if there is a strong attachment and if it hurts losing whatever, like you know a little bit of my story, losing hard-earned money or relationships. If it hurts so much, is there any other tips that you want to?
The simple thing which Sri Ramakrishna has said, that there are two magnets, so there is a piece of iron in between. Now, if the one magnet is big and the other is small, to which will the piece of iron be attracted? To the bigger magnet. So, the two opposite things are there. This world of name and form and God. Now, currently, for us, the world of name and form is the bigger magnet. So our mind is continuously going towards that. What we have to do is make that other magnet, God, bigger. Make our attraction for God greater. And this attraction for God is called devotion. So this devotion has to be slowly increased by all possible means. Think about God, hear about God, meditate on God, keep company with those who, like you, are attempting to attain devotion. That is the best thing. Marcella wants to say something.
Just want to ask one final little question. In technical terms, maybe, or in Advaita Vedanta, what is that sense that is spoken about, that in that moment also it is known that it has always been like this?
That final stage, you can call it, generally in Vedanta it is called Samadhi. So there are many types of Samadhi also, but for us it is not necessary to go into all that. That is either you can say it is the state of Tattva Jnana, or you can say it is the state of Samadhi, whatever you like, they all denote the same thing.
and that knowledge of it has always been this way, but it was just not recognized. But
It was just,
that practice-
yeah. So that is because of ignorance. So when that ignorance, which is called avidya, when it is removed, then you simply recognize what was already present.
it's like a blast. It removes ignorance from all corners.
Yes. Then you realize that there are no corners on anything. There is just
Correct.
what remains remains. You cannot put in words.
Cannot. Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you. So, Nadibabu Purviri, you are unmuted already. Can you hear?
I think the video is frozen.
I think the video is frozen. We will come later. Chintan is there, but he is muted.
Hello Maharaj, am I audible?
Yeah, now you can. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry Maharaj, I am not able to turn on video, but
That is okay. Yeah.
yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So the root and name,
Yeah.
name and forms are the dualities, and the tattva behind that is the same.
Yeah.
Right? So the faculties which are discriminating between the tattva and the name root
Yeah.
is also made of tattva.
Yeah, everything is tattva actually. There is nothing beside the tattva. In clay, in all pots there is only clay. Similarly, the substratum which is behind everything is the same tattva.
Okay, Maharaj. So in our Vedanta philosophy, we use two things. One is the discrimination between two. For example, Vriddha Viveka,
Yeah.
and discriminating between good and bad
Yeah.
qualities in us. And at the same time, we are also seeing the unity in everything, like non-dualism, where duality ends. Right? So
If you are already seeing the reality, then there is no, you have already reached the goal.
okay, right. So
Actually, we are not seeing reality, we are seeing only duality. That is why the problem is there.
okay, right. So both of them are right at its own time, but when there is a time where a person reaches to the samadhi or person reaches
Both
to
of them are right means what?
So, for example, in beginning we have to discriminate, right? In the beginning we need to discriminate, we need to go for duality. And once
Go for duality means what?
So, for example, the thing says in Vriddha Viveka, the difference between eyes and the seer and the seen,
Yeah.
the object and the subject,
Yeah.
right? So, once we use that path, and once we know the reality behind that is same, the tattva is same, and then everything dissolves in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just basically different timings, right? Two different things. One is beginning and one is the end goal.
Beginning and end means what? You are discriminating in the path of knowledge, you are discriminating continuously. You can start from anywhere according to your stage of evolution. But you are discriminating constantly. There is no rest, there is no viram. You have to discriminate and give up. Sri Ramakrishna says discriminate between the real and the unreal and give up the unreal. If discrimination does not lead to giving up, then it is useless.
Okay, but from the point of Tattva both real and unreal are made of the same tattvas, right? So,
Unreal is never is. So what the question doesn't come of unreal being made of something. The unreal never is.
okay.
It never was. It never will be. So see, for us, for our stage, that kind of discrimination is absolutely impossible. We have to start from where we are. And we have already, Sri Ramakrishna has told what we should do. That kind of discrimination is impossible till you are completely identified with the body.
Right.
Yes. So these are good. These are good for knowing the principles of Vedanta. These are okay. But we should not think we have reached the stage of that discrimination. We are nowhere near.
Okay, Maharaj. Alright, Maharaj, thank you very much for the talk, and yeah, it will take some time for me to reflect upon this, and yeah, but thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Thank you. Pranvai ji.
Namaskar Swamiji. I don't have any questions. I'm just going to the same thing that people have already asked. I'm still, they are way ahead of at least me, whoever asked questions. But if they don't at this stage that then I'm not at all. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very, very interesting thought.
Rohan is from now Edmonton. Changed his residence.
Pranam Swamiji. Yeah, again, the Bhagavad Gita lectures are really good. They get you thinking. I had a question. So, it's about applying name and form. And how do we know the witnessing consciousness does not belong to name and form?
By negation. By negation. So, that is the Vedanta way. Na iti, not this, not this. So, by giving up all these things which do not remain, which are just name and form, discarding the outer covering which covers the reality. Once it is completely discarded, the reality will reveal itself. So, removing the clouds from the sun. When the clouds are gone, then no other effort is needed to reveal the sun. That will reveal itself.
Like, how do we remove our own awareness?
It's all here. You don't remove awareness. You remove the covering of name and form which has covered this awareness. You remove the coverings which have enveloped us. The mind, the body, all these things. For us, you see that you cannot practically do it right now. We cannot do it right now. Because we are completely identified with the matter. We are completely identified like this. We are stuck with the body. We know nothing other than the body. As soon as we say I, the body comes up. So where is the question of discrimination right now? So you have to start slowly. Start developing attachment for that reality. That reality is nothing but God. Slowly when we raise ourselves to higher consciousness, and this slowly means slowly, very slowly, then only we can have a glimpse into what consciousness actually is. Before that we cannot. Now we are completely drowned in matter. That is the thing.
And only then do we truly realize that we are one.
Realization is far away. When we succeed in removing when the whole, when the ignorance completely goes away, that is realization, final realization. But as we progress, we start realizing slowly. Although it may not be complete realization, but slowly glimpses will come. But again, I said, slowly means very slowly. And huge efforts are required for that. Huge efforts. Yeah. So next is Mr. Kartikeya. Kartikeya, I don't know whether he has come for the first time or...
Namaskaram, Swami.
Namaste.
Yes, I think it's the first time I'm hearing.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. And from Calgary, I know Guji and from where I'm here.
Okay.
And I have to say it's a very great lecture. And part of it, I've already listened before, so I don't have any specific question related to the lecture, but I want to know something in terms of the practice, the sadhana related to realize this, right? Of course, I understand we've been getting slowly we'll get there. But from what I've read and understood before, the fourfold qualification, which is Vivek.
Shamadama Suparatitiksha Samadhan, yeah.
Right.
So,
So the first
yeah.
thing is, of course, is discernment, and this knowledge will help with the discernment. But the next step is the vairagya, which is dispassion or the detachment.
So that is the way. There is no other way. What you have said apart from that fourfold, there is no other way. But once we really start practicing, we realize how difficult even one thing is to practice actually.
Right.
So remaining in that atmosphere, remaining in that company, always thinking about that, learning from our own experiences, learning from the experiences of others, that is the only way.
Right.
It's an uphill journey.
I understand that. So my question is, that vairagya is where we are kind of stuck at this point, right? Let's say that wave of passion comes to the mind and we get moved away by it. So all of this knowledge and all these lectures, they're just washed away at that moment. And today, 3-4 days again to come back.
Yes, but the struggle, that is the struggle. If that was not there, then there would be no need for struggle. So struggle means what? The opposite sanskaras, opposite impressions will be again trying to enter again and again because we have encouraged them for so long. Now you have to say no, you cannot come. 100 times they will come. 100 times you have to say no. And not only say no to them, insert something better in the mind. That is the twofold process. Stop the negative, let the positive enter.
Right. And eventually the goal is to be able to have this Tattvadarshi even during that wave as well.
Then the waves will cease. Only when the waves cease can we have that Tattvadarshi, not before.
Okay. Okay. So that's kind of looped out, right? Like the waves need to cease to have this Tattvadarshi, and we need to have that for the waves to be ceased. So,
It is attenuated. So all these terms are there actually in Raj Yoga. We will not go into so much detail. So vrittis are of various stages. 4 stages are there. When they become very weak, then only we can succeed them in brushing them aside. Then they remain, but they don't cause us any harm. Then the mind slowly becomes fit for spiritual experiences.
okay. Understood. Thank you, Swami. Namaskar.
Thank you. So Rohan is over now. Sudeshna is there. And Sulangnadi, of course, is there.
Pranam Maharaji. Actually, based on today's lecture, I would like to refer to the part 6 of the Vedanta philosophy lecture that you have. I think it's Essence of God that Shankaracharya has mentioned. And the main thing there is you keep mentioning is the standpoint, which is such a profound point based on where we are right now. So until the standpoint changes, we cannot experience the tattva, right? So at this standpoint where we are completely into the only way is bhakti. So
Because we are guided by emotions, you see. A normal human person is guided by emotions. Reasoning actually has very little place in our lives, practically speaking. We do just because we like something. It is all the play of emotions. So these emotions we have to, now these very emotions will have to be used for one thorn to take out another thorn.
Another thorn. So even during bhakti, like maybe during some good meditation days, you have this very nice blissful feeling,
Yes.
or listening to one song or something like you.
That has to be maintained. So that has to be.
Yeah, that's what I was coming at. It is not maintained like.
It is not maintained if you are in Calgary. You come to Vancouver and so Rituji is there.
So that we can
Rituji,
Yeah. Friend Swamiji, it's very nice to have you back.
thank you.
And today's lecture, actually, you're balanced everything that you are reading. It's so very tough. Just even the theory part of it to sink in. I will have to, as usual, go through your lectures and all once again. So, of course, it's a huge task. We know that. But we are all going to
Of course.
It's to be tried.
We are all trying, and by God's grace, we are much. See, first of all, we have to understand we are not having a race with anybody here. So, we have to go as God has made us, we have to go in that path. So, the very fact that we are taking an interest in these things, the very fact that we are liking these discussions, we are liking being with devotees, that itself is a very rare thing. So we certainly have the blessings of God, and we have to make the best use of that.
So on practical side, as it's very tough, as usually you give small tips, I really resonated with the upward. And actually what I like is today's lecture was the sprinkling of the Sanskrit points that you're putting in the students, some of us go in the Sanskrit class. So upward, you think in real life to discriminate, and I think it's a kind of a discrimination, the negation, because we have to remove the covering. Remove the covering is a kind of a discrimination.
Of course.
Something covered. Yeah, so I feel practically using upward in our worldly activities will help a little bit, at least to see the...
See, when you are discriminating and giving up, you are doing upward. It is as simple as that. When you are discriminating and giving up, you are doing upward. So it is all mental here. It happens here. The same thing which attracted you 5 years before has no attraction for you now. So you have already made the upward of that thing. And this has to be increased. That spirit has to be increased. Till one fine day, there will be nothing, you will see there is nothing which in the whole world which attracts me. So attraction also has its stages, but we will not go into that right now because that is. So this is the just sum and substance.
Yeah, that's much.
So your Anadi Babu is now still muted. You have to unmute yourself. Purvidi. They can't hear me, I think, today. They can't hear me. So Sulagna Di, and then finally we'll come to Yogi Ji. Yogi Ji is not there, Bali Ji is there. Sulagna Di is in Delhi right now. She is also muted. No, she is unmuted. Sulagna Di, we cannot hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. No problem, we'll go to our Baliji.
Now, Maharaj, can hear me. Yeah, nice to see you back, Maharaj. Yeah, thank you very much. Very beautifully explained, Maharaj. It will take a lot of time, effort, everything. Yeah.
Thank you. So those who are here, anyone?
So Maharaji, one thing in the beginning you said that if we look at a essence by which we can define everything in this world, we will reach to something which is Brahman, is that correct?
By discriminating you will reach. How otherwise you will reach?
No, I'm saying that you are looking for a common thing which can define the whole.
We have already seen that common thing. We have already defined. Definition has been done by the saints and sages. The Upanishads, they have done everything. They have told us. Now you have to negate and reach it.
So the other thing is that you are focusing on taking all the simple position of yourself.
That's of course, you cannot take out other superimposition.
No, you cannot take out somebody else, but you are looking something which is common, which can define everybody. So are there two paths or this is one path only?
Where does path come into this?
Path means that I am trying to look which can define everything to me, and another thing is...
That has already been defined. You don't have to look. That has already been told. That there is an essence underlying the whole universe. And that is your real I. Now you have to remove this false I to get to the real I. That has already been told. So naturally you can only remove your false I. You cannot remove his or her false I.
No, I'm saying I'm not removing anybody's. I'm saying I'm looking something which can define everybody, that is essence. And one side is that whatever superimposed thing I have got, I get rid of that one. So are they two different paths?
Yes, one is superimposition, one is the essence. They are two not paths. They are two completely opposite things. One is superimposition, one is upon the thing upon which the superimposition has taken place. So now you have to remove the superimposition to get to that thing. Otherwise, how will you get to that thing? Question of past doesn't entail at all. One is asat, which only appears, it never is. One is the sat, which although not appearing now, is the only reality. So get to the reality, that is all. Yeah.
Maharaji, I just need some understanding of the terms. So when you said substratum, is Brahman the substratum?
Yes.
Okay.
It is also called Adhisthana.
Okay.
For example, in the rope and the snake, the rope is the Adhisthana.
Okay. All right. And the other thing you said that when we leave our bodies, that it's the antakaran that goes away.
Yeah.
So, what is that?
When you go away, you will understand.
Oh, is that the soul? No?
That is the antakaran, the inner instrument. You can call it the mind or the subtle body.
Oh, okay. Subtle.
Subtle body is best thing to understand.
Thank you.
What is another term? Tattva Mushi, you are that.
Yeah, we saw that.
So when the leg of Krishna was broken, the statue in the Radhakanta temples, and Ramakrishna said, well, you don't throw that away, you just fix it.
Yeah.
So was that was a Nama Rupa. That doesn't mean that the actual...
All images are Nama Rupa. So what does it mean?
Well...
What is the question actually?
I guess...
Images are Nama Rupa. Through the Nama Rupa, currently we are completely immersed in this world of name and form. Now the thing is to use this name and form to get beyond name and form. There is no other way. Like taking out one thorn with the help of another thorn. So the same things which can make us suffer can also make us elevate ourselves.
Okay.
The same emotion, when given to our all these things we call I and mine, these near and dear ones, they will make us suffer.
Yeah.
But you give it to God, through that you will reach reality. So this name and form is all we have right now. And we have to use it to get beyond name and form. So when you worship God through name and form, what are you trying to do? That name and form you are using to go beyond name and form.
Yes, yeah.
The idol is not God. Idol is a symbol of God.
Correct.
That is the thing.
So can we ask God to do... You were saying it takes so many millions of births.
For an average person, but we don't know who has advanced to which level.
Yeah.
For a very advanced person, he may have it quickly because he has already done so much of work.
Can you ask God to assist you to go?
That is our job.
That's our job.
That's our
We have to
job.
go through each birth.
To pray that he may do this quickly. And the more we pray, the more we will advance.
Well, yes, that's my point. You can pray for that.
That is what sadhana is.
Yeah.
In the natural way, it may take 1 millions of births. So sadhana, maybe we can reduce it to just a few births like that.
Yes.
That is the aim of sadhana. So you can either walk from here to Toronto, or you can take a car, you can take a bus, or you can go by flight.
Yeah.
So it depends upon you.